When Liam and Clara moved to the coast, they had imagined weekends filled with sunlight, laughter, and simple joy. They had been married for 3 years, still learning how to balance each other's personalities. Liam's quiet nature against Clara's easy warmth and friendliness. Their love was genuine, but like all relationships, it carried unspoken insecurities that neither had fully confronted. One Saturday, their friends invited them to a beach picnic. The day was bright, the waves calm, and laughter carried across the sand. Clara, wearing her wide-brimmed hat, was helping set up the food while Liam chatted with a few co-workers under a large umbrella. Everything felt normal, until Liam turned around and saw a man rubbing sunscreen on Clara's back. The man, Ethan, was one of Clara's old friends from college, someone she had mentioned before but hadn't seen in years. The scene lasted only a few seconds, but in that moment, Liam felt something stir inside him. It wasn't anger, just a quiet discomfort, a mix of surprise and uncertainty that he couldn't quite explain. When Clara noticed Liam's expression, she frowned slightly, confused. "Liam," she said, brushing sand from her arm, "I only asked him to put sunscreen on my back. If you're jealous, you can leave." Her tone wasn't harsh, but it carried a touch of defensiveness, as though she felt accused of something she hadn't done. The words stung. Liam said nothing at first. He simply nodded and walked toward the water, pretending to skip stones. But inside, his mind was spinning. He wasn't angry with Clara, he trusted her, yet the casual way she dismissed his feelings made him feel small. He wondered if perhaps he was overreacting, or if she truly didn't see how it looked from his side. When they drove home that evening, silence filled the car. The sound of the waves had been replaced by the low hum of the engine. Clara scrolled through her phone, and Liam kept his eyes on the road. Every few minutes, he wanted to speak, but he couldn't find the right words. The next day, Clara tried to lighten the mood. She made coffee, set out toast, and said softly, "You were really quiet yesterday." Liam finally looked at her, his expression thoughtful rather than upset. "I wasn't angry," he said. "I just felt unseen. You brushed off something that made me uncomfortable, and I didn't know how to respond." Clara set down her mug. Her shoulders softened as she realized the truth behind his calm tone. "I didn't mean to make you feel that way," she said. "I just got embarrassed when you looked upset in front of everyone. I thought you were judging me." They sat together in quiet reflection. For the first time, Clara understood that what hurt Liam wasn't the moment at the beach. It was how quickly she had dismissed his feelings. And Liam realized that Clara hadn't meant to disregard him. She had only been reacting to what she thought was a misunderstanding. Later that afternoon, Clara suggested they take a walk along the same beach. The air was cooler now, the sunset painting the sky in soft shades of orange and pink. As they walked, she slipped her hand into his. "You know," she said gently, "I think I've always tried to prove I'm independent, that I don't need to explain everything I do. But maybe I forget that sharing isn't weakness. It's respect." Liam smiled faintly. "And maybe I need to learn not to let silence do the talking for me," he replied. "You can't understand what I never say out loud." They stood by the shore, the waves brushing their feet, the tension of the past day slowly dissolving into calm understanding. It wasn't a dramatic reconciliation, just two people learning, quietly and sincerely, how to communicate better. When they returned home, Clara placed the sunscreen bottle on the counter and laughed softly. "Next time," she said, "I'll ask you to help me with it." Liam chuckled. "Deal," he replied, and for the first time in days, their laughter felt easy again. The misunderstanding became a small but valuable chapter in their relationship. One that reminded them love isn't about perfection or pride, but about patience, communication, and willingness to listen. And as Clara wrote in her journal that night, she summed up the lesson they had both learned. Sometimes it's not the action that hurts, it's the silence that follows. Communication keeps hearts close.